back. So in today's video, I'm excited to share with you ways that are things that are going to help you to be successful along your fitness journey. This is some of these things I found off an article that I read, and I absolutely loved everything that it said. So I took some notes because it's everything that I would share with you too, and then some. There's a lot of things, but these are 7 things broken down to help you reach your goals. You know, like we have goals, and I know if you're watching, I'm sure you've done it. You've had a goal sitting in your mind, in the back of your mind for the longest time, and that's all it's been doing. It's just been sitting there. You've not actually wrote out a plan. You've not wrote it down on paper. You've not wrote down steps to take to reach that goal or those goals. So I'm gonna help you to be successful. If you follow these 7 things, you will be successful. So I'm gonna help you to be successful by sharing these things with you. So number 1, know your long-term goals. This is super important to have a long-term goal in place. Think about your future and what you want to accomplish, okay? Say you want to lose 50 pounds in 12 months, okay? Write that down. Write it down on paper. That's going to help hold you accountable. Put it on sticky notes. And put the sticky notes in places that you go to often. Your refrigerator, you know, in your bathroom mirror, your dresser, you know, all these places that you constantly go to, so you're constantly reminded of this long-term goal that you want to reach. I've actually had clients do this before, and they say that they love it because every time they turn around, they see and they're reminded of their goal that they want to reach. So write it down. Number 2, set short-term goals as well as your long-term goal. Writing long-term goals is a great start, you know, but achieving them, it does require, you know, a number of steps to get there. So writing down your goal of losing the 50 pounds, say, it's going to take steps to get to losing the weight, to losing that 50 pounds. So, you know, create a monthly or weekly goal. Say it's even just 1 to 2 pounds a week, or 4 to 8 pounds a month. Set those short-term goals to help you reach those long-term goals. It's going to help you to be successful. Number 3, make your goals measurable. You know, to ensure that you're on the right path, you need to be measuring your results. It's super important to know where you're at and to know if you need to make any adjustments along the way, say in your nutrition or your training. This is super important because if you realize, you know, like I said, if you're not on the right track to meet your short-term goals, then it's going to be hard to reach the long-term goals. So, like I said, if you need to make adjustments, you'll know the adjustments that you need to make by measuring. So make sure that the goals are measurable. Okay, so number 4, make your goals attainable. This one right here is super important because so often I see people setting unrealistic goals. It's just unrealistic, you know. 50 pounds in a year, super realistic, super attainable if you put in the work and you take the steps that you need to take to get there. Losing 50 pounds in a month, not realistic unless maybe you're going in for surgery, but I don't know nothing about that. So not realistic at all. So you need to make sure that your goals are attainable, because otherwise you're going to get frustrated, and what's going to happen is you're just going to derail from your long-term goal. So just make sure that it's realistic. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. Going into it, you need to know and embed this in your head that you have to have patience and you have to be persistent. Patience and persistent. It's not going to happen overnight, y'all, I promise. But if you stay patient and you stay persistent, you'll get there, okay? Number 5, follow through with your specific plans. Create an action plan for your short-term goals. say we're going with our example that I mentioned earlier. Put in a place, a workout, and a nutrition plan that allows you to lose like the 1 to 2 pounds a week, that I mentioned earlier. Be specific about your training plan and how much time you can commit to, for instance. So just follow through with specific plans. It's going to help you. This one, I love this one. Find intrinsic motivation. External motivation is different from intrinsic motivation. External motivation is, say, if someone says, well, say you're at a gym and you're doing a boot camp. Okay, well, the first one who, or the person that runs this mile the fastest is going to get this reward. Okay, no, I'm talking about intrinsic motivation, and this comes from within. Based on like what I've went over so far, some goals are more likely to be achieved than others. This is obvious. And one of the big players in this is the intrinsic motivation. So like I said, find that motivation from within. You're wanting to do it for yourself, not for somebody else or not for some external reward. It's got to come from within. It's oftentimes we fall short because we don't have that fire burning in our belly. So you have to have that fire burning in your belly. Guys, if it doesn't set your heart on fire, or it's not of personal interest, then don't do it. Because don't set that goal. If it's not of interest to you, or it's, like I said, your heart's not on fire for it, then don't do it. You want to make sure you're doing it for yourself. So find that motivation from within. And lastly, guys, reward yourself and have fun with it. This is something that even some of my own personal clients have struggled with, is they get bored easy. I've even had some clients that sign up, and in the beginning they tell me, I get bored very easily, and I just quit. So personally, as a trainer, I switch workout plans. I switch them up every 2 weeks. And not tremendously, but just swapping a few things because it keeps people interested and just more prone to sticking with it. Because people don't want to get bored with it. You want to have fun. Say for instance, you don't enjoy running, but you love to play basketball. So use basketball as a source of cardio instead of running. Things like that. Just keep it interesting, and reward yourself for reaching your goals. It can be as simple as buying a new workout shirt or buying a new pair of shoes. Reward yourself and have fun with it, okay? I'm not saying reward yourself by going out and stuffing your face with hot fudge cakes or whatever, at the end of your workouts, but you know what I mean. So just reward yourself and have fun with it. Guys, if you follow just these 7 things, these 7 steps that I've given you, you will be successful, but it takes patience, persistence, and the willpower, that motivation from within, that fire burning in your heart, in your belly, to want to do it. Nobody can do it for you. You have to want it for yourself, okay? And if you're not sure where to start and you need help getting started, find a trainer, find somebody to work with. Doesn't have to be me, but it's any trainer. Obviously you make sure that you that they're relatable to you, and that they understand you, and they understand everybody is different, literally, and it takes different things for different people to reach goals. So if you need help, find somebody that you can work with to help you, to get you started. Or if you're falling short, if you're falling off the wagon, whatever, you need a kick in the butt, find somebody that you can work with to help you with that. So basically, guys, at the end of the day, the time and effort you put into something you personally want to accomplish, and the feeling you get when you achieve those goals or when you achieve something, no one can ever take that away from you. No one can take that feeling from you. So when you look back, you can say, I did that. Not you, I did that. And I know that feeling. Whenever I first got into fitness, one of my big goals was to build muscle. I gained 15 pounds of muscle. It took me quite a while. It took me 1.5 to 2 years to gain that. But I enjoyed the process, and when I was looking back and going through like where I started to where I was midway to where I was, towards, I won't say the end because it's always a journey for me. I'm so proud of myself. I'm like, you did that, girl. Like, that's you. Look at you. Made me feel strong and confident. And it's just really indescribable if you've never experienced it. So I encourage you, set your goals, take these steps to reach those goals, and you'll get there. Don't give up on yourself, okay? You got this.